What up, y'all? I just came here to let y'all know that there will be no podcast episode this week. But before I tell you why there won't be an episode, I just wanted to share this right quick. So, the other day, actually, when I was leaving the podcast studio the other day, I actually saw an evangelist who was, trying to reach people at my job. And it's not uncommon to see the evangelist at my job. But this evangelist was far worse than any other evangelist I've seen. One, or really the main reason why is, I heard him talking, an older white gentleman, which race has nothing to do with it, but he was an older white gentleman and he was trying to reach people. But then the three lines that really caught my attention were, the three lines that really caught my attention, and it's not funny. It's just it's comical, honestly, because it was just like so sad. But the three lines that caught my attention were, "Be born again, and you won't watch porn again." Be a whore no more in 2024 and be a hoe no mo in 2024. And I'm just like, dog, like this is how you reach people. The first one I can understand to an extent, to which even to that point, some people get born again or some people get saved and, immediately, they don't have an addiction or they don't, they're free from certain things. But for many people, that's not always the case. There's steps, there's processes, there's deliverance, there's like they have to get free from those things. But the second two, I'm just like, come on, dog. You gonna tell somebody to stop being a whore in 2024? Like that's your approach to try to reach, people and win them to Jesus, to win them to Christ? Like, it don't work like that. To me, it was sad, because it's a terrible representation of what it means to be Christ. Like, it's a terrible representation of what it means to be a Christian. Like, if that's their approach to try to win people to Christ, you're gonna lose people every time. I take that back. You might win some people, but majority of the time, that's not going to be the case. But that being said, why am I not doing an episode this week? The reason why I'm not doing an episode this week is part of the reason, a very small part of the reason, is because I was supposed to have a guest this week, or a guest. The episode I was going to release, I was going to have a guest on it. Due to unfortunate circumstances, they weren't able to make it last week. And, it is what it is. We have another date scheduled for down the road and we'll get that in. But, excuse me, I had actually gone to the studio and I had recorded three separate episodes, three separate episodes I had recorded, and I just wasn't feeling it. The first time I did it, I was like, this just feels out of my character. The second time I did it, I was like, this just feels rushed. And the third time I was like, you know what? Like, it was the best it sounded, but it just fell flat for me. And I never want to post anything that is out of my character. I never want to post anything that feels rushed, and I never want to post anything that falls flat. And for me, I just feel quality over quantity, So, it's cool to be able to post content, to be able to post a podcast episode every week. I really strive for that. I really want to do that. But at the end of the day, if it's not up to my standards, if it's not up to my standards of my character, like I just don't want to do stuff. I never want to force anything out. I never want to rush anything out. I never want to do anything that just, that doesn't meet the standard that I've set for myself. So anyway, that's why there's no episode this week. There will be an episode next week. Maybe there's two episodes next week. Maybe not. There will be an episode next week, and I do have more guests coming down the road. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay locked in. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow the Heart of a Lion podcast on Apple Music, on Spotify, on YouTube. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go ahead and follow it. Go ahead and subscribe. Follow the page on Instagram at HOAL Podcast. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it, and that's all. Until next time.